Welcome back to the PKF. I'm your host, Preston. Well, this video really needs no introduction. The vehicle that I'm talking about, this is the Audi RS6. Yes, I did decide to order one of these. Basically, in this video, I'm going to be talking you through the configuration process and sort of build wait time on this vehicle right now. It's a very sought after vehicle, particularly in the United States. Brand that needs no introduction, obviously Audi, the legendary Quattro RS moniker, absolutely legendary all-weather performance vehicle. Super practical and just fun in all conditions. So I'm very, very excited about this one. Let's get into the build and configuration. This is a car I've been sort of lusting after the last 2 or 3 years since it's been introduced, or reintroduced, I should say, back into the United States. Last RS6 that we got was the C6 back in 2003, and we only got the sedan variant, and we never had the wagon until now. So this is absolutely huge for really any RS fan. Starting off here, I decided to go with an exclusive color. So that's the reason you can see I'm actually on the German website today. You cannot show sort of the true breadth of the color palette when you're on the US configurator. So I just decided to use, see I'm on Google Chrome, and I'm just using Translate. Need to sharpen up on my German. But so it'll be translating that for us today. So the pricing and configuration will be in euros, but obviously if anybody's interested, they can always do the conversion if you're, you want to see it in USD and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get into the configuration here. This is super exciting. I mean, anybody that knows about Audi RS just knows that it's really the ultimate in all-weather performance capability. I mean, they were the first brand that sort of brought to the mainstream usable supercar-like performance in family saloons, wagons, SUVs, etc., with their Quattro all-wheel drive system. 2022, in the United States, the RS6, it did have a little bit of a price hike, just with inflation and so on. I think they start at $115 now, $1,000 increase for the 22 model year. But I still think it's a great value package for you. Get 600 horsepower. The capability, again, I think that it's much better, I guess, value than a comparable performance wagon such as a Panamera Turbo. I mean, you're going to be paying $150 plus for a comparably equipped Porsche, in my view. And this is, I mean, they won't announce this, but or come out with it in the public rather, but Porsche, I know, work hand in hand with Audi on this vehicle, with the ceramic braking systems. Porsche, the engine is shared with Cayenne Turbo, Panamera Turbo, shares the same engine as the Urus, as we all know. People like to joke about the Urus as being an Audi, but this is basically a wagon Urus. That's why I think it's great value for what you get. You can see here, Urus would be double the price. You're just paying for that Lamborghini badge. So I think that this is one of the best value packages in the performance car market. Sort of skip that. We'll go to the exterior. Now this is the exterior paint color is where it gets very interesting. So one of the greatest things about Audi, aside from the capability and the all-weather performance and just practicality that I talked about, is their color palette. And they have the Audi exclusive color palette is surprisingly accessible for the price compared to, say, I'm a big Porsche fan, but to get into the paint to sample game with Porsche, you have to pay 12,000 euros plus. So for $12,000, 12,000 euros, I believe they're about the same. But basically, for your 12,000 with Porsche, you're confined to sort of pre-approved colors that Porsche chooses for their particular model year. And then if you want to go off palette, say you want them, I don't know, to match your iPhone case. Let's say you're going to be paying, or for a non-approved color for the year, that is only if you get approved, you're going to be paying $24,000 for the non-approved paint. Now, surprisingly, in the United States, for an exclusive color, it's only $3,800. And I think that it's an absolute bargain for the individuality and personalization that Audi gives you. So in the United States, the color that I went with is an exclusive color. You can see it's good wood green. So you can see it's 2,900 euros. This is sort of one of their pre-selected exclusive colors. You can go beyond this palette. You can see this is the exclusive paintwork sort of category. This is only a small selection of what they actually allow. But Goodwood Green is sort of like, I suppose, one of the special finishes that Audi wants to push people to order. So if you walked into an Audi dealer in Germany, I guess this would be sort of more, if you're making the analogy to Porsche, a special color that's more readily available. I just think it looks great. It's like the British racing green that was on my Range Rover SVR, and I'm sort of bringing that car back to life. That car has been sold, and this is sort of V2 of the Range Rover SVR, if you will. Go to any of your Audi dealers here in the States, they'll basically bring out a giant leather-bound booklet of pre-approved exclusive colors for the year. And like Porsche, you can go beyond the pre-approved colors, the salesman was telling me. So Goodwin Green here is one of the pre-approved exclusive colors for Audi for the model year 22. And like I said, doing the conversion in the US is about a $3,800 option, which I think is amazing, really. I mean, just for my special color, my British Racing Green SVR, that paint was, I think, $4,800. And this gets taken off the production line, the standard RS line. It gets taken to a different paint booth area and everything to get worked up in this exclusive car. I just think it's an amazing value compared to, like I said, Porsche, when you're paying $12,000 plus. Why would you? And most people don't opt for this, which is strange. At least I thought it was. I guess sort of the one kicker is you are going to wait quite a bit longer, as I understand it, for that allocation to drop into the dealer queue, and that is the one downside that my salesman was explaining to me. And I guess, one of the reasons, obviously, with the whole chip shortage, all these problems, and that's compounded by the sort of special request paint that you're doing here. So you are going to wait a while, but the great thing is that this is a pre-approved color, so I know 100% that I'll be getting good wood green on my RS6. It's just it's the waiting game, of course. And I'm paying MSRP as well with the particular dealer I'm working with. Perhaps controversially, I have the base wheels right now. That may change. They're 21s. However, at least that's how I put it in the configurator. So one of the things when you do the base wheels is in Europe, you can see it has sort of the black trim already on it. In the US, it's kind of a ugly silver trim along the door sills, the rear bumper / splitter. Imagine this being bright silver, and I think that it really cheapened the look of the car. So when I ordered the RS6 at the dealer the other day, like I said, I did the silver wheels, but unbeknownst to me, it gave me that silver trim. So those wheels were actually eliminated, and I had to get the black optic package and they make you package it that way, unfortunately, in the US, in order to get rid of that silver trim. So these are the wheels that are going to be on it, the 22s. And I didn't really want these because I wanted to improve the ride quality a little bit, and these are obviously massive. You can see by their 22s. I think that's a good looking wheel. It's a nice clean design. However, I really like the idea of the silver wheels with the green, so I have to decide. I might have the dealer perhaps paint them, but like I said, you have to get the black optic package to get rid of that silver US specification trim. So that was somewhat unfortunate, but I guess the packaging is what allows them to keep the pricing down. But other interesting things. So in the US, the Matrix headlights come standard, so you cannot get the LED base headlights in the US. So every US spec RS6 comes with these awesome lights, and I would expect these regardless. These are super awesome. They basically look like a neutron star coming down the road behind you. I mean, they're really, really bright, and of course they move when you corner and things like that, and you have awesome visibility, and they just look so aggressive. I mean, the front, it's unmistakably RS6, and you see that. Very, very cool. It also does the Matrix tail lights when you option that. So this is where it gets really good. Of course, with the good wood green, you have to go with the cognac tan. And this is apparently it's Feldermong error message. Beautiful. Just lovely. So there's the tan with the good wood green. And obviously very reminiscent of the Range Rover SVR. I mean, what a combo. Good wood green over tan, British Racing Green tan. Just the best combo there is in a car, in my opinion. It's just going to be so awesome. Standard, it's a sports steering wheel as well. You can see it's flat bottoms. perforated leather. It's awesome. I've been in the Audi RS cars. They make a great wheel. It's thin enough where you can get your hands around and really get that nice grip for cornering and so on. I just got the, you know, and this is perhaps somewhat controversial. I think standard in the US it comes with the Bang & Olufsen premium sound. I think in Europe they give you a standard Audi stereo, but I have this particular sound system and the one that I ordered. I think that spending $6,000 on just to watch speakers come out of your dash is a waste of money. I mean, they're really cool if you've seen the Lamborghini Urus. It's a banging sound system, but it's just, for me, it's more about enjoying the drive, so I don't need that. Sports exhaust, absolutely. I have that coming. It has head-up display as well. It's called the executive package in the US, by the way. It's head-up display and I think blind spot. Actually, I actually did not get adaptive cruise control. I don't like those type of systems. Just me though. Comes with a backup camera in the US too. Those are all federally regulated, but I'm just adding on here, I guess. So you'll see the pricing. There will be a little bit of a price disparity between this and the EU model. The EU model is actually quite a bit more expensive. I spoke with my buddy Eddie, who has check out Eddie X if you haven't seen him, his channel. I've been on there a few times doing some drives with him. He has an Audi RS7, or he did. He sold it and then get the air suspension. It's much more comfortable deal. The RS6, RS7 heavy car, you don't really need the dynamic ride control. However, Eddie, I did it anyway. For where I am, I have some pretty curvy roads that I like to take my cars down. It's a little bit stiffer. I don't really want the body roll that the air suspension is going to give me. And so these are steel springs, but they're adjustable. And I personally like it a little bit stiffer. I'm not 80 years old like you yet, Eddie, so I don't need my air suspension necessarily. My back hasn't gone out yet. No, I'm kidding. Eddie's a great guy. He knows a lot, but and he's experienced them. So we'll see. I could always change it, but for now, I did go with the suspension plus. I do like a little bit stiffer springs because I'm going to use this more. It's going to be a dual purpose sort of sports car utility vehicle, the way I like to use these. So I did not actually add the ceramic brakes. I'm deciding whether I want to spend $9,000 to $10,000 on brakes. Might well end up adding the ceramic brakes because they are awesome and they're Porsche brakes. And they're not, I think they might be shared with the Lamborghini Urus actually. You can see if it says the size here. Yeah, I think these are the Urus brakes. So they're no joke. I mean, you'll lose your lunch if you slam on them too much. They're probably the best in the game, in my opinion. So we'll see. I'll probably end up adding them. Probably get talked into it. Good wood green over cognac tan. I think the black optic actually looks really good. That black, these wheels do look a lot better, don't they? Now that I think about it. This looks absolutely amazing. Such an aggressive, just crazy wagon. Those matrix LEDs, they look lovely. Yeah. It's just a killer build in my opinion. There's that cognac again with the honeycomb stitching. Just absolutely beautiful interior. That carbon inlay there. Very Urus-like here. You can see obviously where they got their MMI layout. No surprise there. And there it is. This will be my 2022/23 RS6. Hopefully the allocation should be dropping into the queue within the year. That's sort of the guesstimate. But they have to wait for an exclusive allocation to come through where basically my build wait list slot turns into the order slot. So the order will be automatically placed when the slot comes in. So this will be a really exciting one. I can't wait. This is again an absolutely legendary car from a legendary brand. RS Quattro Audi harkens back to that awesome RS2 that it was one of my sort of grail cars growing up when I was a young guy getting into cars. So this will be really, really exciting. So here's the 2022-23 RS6 in Goodwood green over tan. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.